Every single day of your waking life as a leader, you need to improve your emotional intelligence development. Your brain is not logical. You are a whole lot more like Bones than Spock, to use a Star Trek reference. Daniel Goleman, in his book, Emotional Intelligence, talked about the idea, which is championed in brain research, that the amygdala, that's the emotional seat of the brain. That's the one that says, oh, no, he didn't write that to me in capital letters on email, that part of the brain. It is 35 times more powerful than the logical part of your brain, okay? And it will hijack your actions. You can't just hope for a lot of EQ. EQ is not a function of maturity. In fact, I've learned high levels of empathy are a function of immaturity, meaning you still have that childlike habit of catching other people's feelings. So never confuse business experience with boosting your EQ. Never think about age-related maturity as boosting your EQ. You need to work on it every single day of your life. And your EQ will additionally be challenged by sleep deprivation, a constant state of challenges, inbox bankruptcy. I mean, who right now has 100 emails sitting in your inbox demanding your attention? All of these things are going to come together and challenge your EQ. So what I want you to think about is every year of your life, you should review, and I do this in December, I review my self and social awareness. And sometimes I have a partner that helps me with that. In this case, it's my business partner. And I sit with her and we play reality king and queen for each other. And the way we do it is we think about how we think. For those of you that are on the Google that want to do some work on this, it's called metacognition. Metacognition. One of the most important pieces of self-awareness is for you to be able to look not just at what you did, but to answer the question Dr. Phil built a career on asking. What was that question? What were you thinking? Okay? So if you can look at a situation that went wrong for whatever reason, it could have been a cascading thing that went wrong later. It could have been an immediate thing that went wrong and blew up right in your face. I want you to ask two questions of yourself. What was your thought process in that moment? And more importantly, what was your decision-making process in that moment? Were you thinking short-term? Were you thinking long-term? Were you thinking about your group? Were you thinking about stakeholders across the enterprise? Were you thinking about the example you were about to set that everyone would copy forever and be part of your culture? So it's not just what were you thinking, but how were you thinking? And that's one of the ways we tremendously improve our EQ, because when you grasp metacognition, it's almost like putting a little safety valve on your decision-making process and how you act by helping you realize, when I thought that way last year during the quality crisis we had around the new launch, that led to a lot more turmoil in my group. It led to me making a huge relationship mistake, right? So as you think about that, here's the takeaway. It's great to have a partner. It's great to have an annual review process that you do either with yourself or with this partner. And what I want you to do is identify 4 different things that went wrong from an emotional standpoint. Either you made an emotional mistake or you did something that caused another person to have a negative set of emotions and it had business impact. And it's not just reviewing that. It's about reviewing the way you thought, how you came to a decision, and sometimes simply the timing and the content of what you said.